Listen, I've tried every drug. I've tried literally every drug. You are a cop. I had a good day. I went to the grocery store. I saved $50 today at the grocery store. Yeah. Simply by using the self-checkout. Is there anything that I haven't talked about tonight?
Drugs.
Drugs, yeah. Slow it down. Slow it down. Drugs. In the White House, they found some. They did. They found cocaine in the White House, which is really sad. Like, that's the least. Like, cocaine should be making people more productive. I was shocked when I heard it was cocaine. I was like, it wasn't heroin? You sure it wasn't heroin? Listen, I've tried every drug. I've tried literally every drug except heroin, okay? But I have had a poppy seed bagel, okay? And let me tell you, if heroin is anything like a poppy seed bagel, toasted a little cream cheese, I'm all in, all right? Drugs, person, do you do drugs? I mean, I'm not a cop. What's that? You are? Do you do drugs? I am the drugs. My body is now like 100%. What's that? You are a cop. I've never done a drug in my life. Listen, I've tried every drug. I eat poppy seed bagels. I stick to myself. I'm out here. I went to the grocery store today. I went in line. I paid for every single item in my basket. Have you ever arrested somebody? Yeah? How many arrests do you think you have in your body count arrests?
Probably like 30 at this point.
That's a lot.
Average length of time in jail.
Okay, so you asked what's the average length of sentence of the 30 people you've arrested? So across the 30 people?
Oh, like 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
So that's not a lot, is what you're saying. You're not locking up people for the long, smaller offenses, like shoplifting or... But let's talk about drugs, shall we? I think they're horrible. I think anybody who does them should be locked up for 6 months. And no more, please, no more. Looks like I'll be coming back to Indiana a lot sooner than I thought. Now, just so I understand, marijuana is illegal, right, in Indiana? No. Okay, so half of you said no, half of you said yes. There is a police officer right there. We're either all getting half arrested. What's the marijuana law here?
It's not enforced.
It's not enforced.
Yeah, it's illegal, but unless you have a certain amount, you don't.
Got you. Okay. What is it? Is it like 14 grams? Is that what it is?
It's usually like per cop. Everybody has a different thing.
Every cop has a different amount that they tolerate. I like the laws here in Indiana. It's like you feel it out, you decide what's good for you. If you can tolerate 3 tons of marijuana, you do you. You do you. You're in transition of laws, of making marijuana, because it's decriminalized, right? It's decriminalized, but it's not legal. That's that basically what it is? All the other drugs are illegal, right? All the other ones are very illegal right now. Is there like an amount of cocaine that you tolerate as well, or? That's a no. How long have you been officer for?
6 months.
6 months. Oh, so you're pretty new to the force. Pretty new to the force. Wait, 30 arrests in 6 months. Holy shit. You're racking them up. You're putting away people for longer than you've been a cop for. What if she's like, I'm the police chief, by the way. You fucking 6 months. There wasn't a lot of us out there working. What's the most amount of drugs you've ever seized from somebody?
I've only seen people with like 2 pounds or 3 pounds of weed.
A weed. Is that above or below your tolerant amount? It's on the fence. 2 to 3 tons. Holy shit! I'm gonna start a weed business out here in fucking Indiana. I'm fucking. This was a week for America, man. Like, let's not hide it. We live in a post-racial society. It's the era where people post hella racial on their social media. I have an idea how to cure racism. This is my idea. Old people will always be racist. There's nothing you can do about it. We're spending too much time trying to fight racism in old people, and it's a lost cause. They're going to be racist. The best we can do is keep them inside. Right? Right?
Keep them indoors.
That's the blessing of COVID, because COVID has taught us that we need to keep old people indoors. That was nature being like, yo, keep these racist motherfuckers inside or they will die, okay?
Thanks, Sammy.
So, I'm sorry. Unless you're a very youthful-minded, progressive person, over 50, you got to stay inside. That's the rule. Now, young people, kids, this is the future. The future is only as racist as our children.
Yes.
Our children, we have to make sure they have friends of every race. Send them out there and make sure they're mingling with other races. Like when I was a kid, my parents made sure I had a friend of every race. I don't know if they did that. It's a social experiment, but it worked.
Me too.
Like if you came to my 3rd grade birthday party, it was like a UN meeting at the bowling alley. All right, we were making decisions. We were like, China, present. You know? What are we gonna do about Iran? Are we gonna strike? Or are we gonna spare? Huh? What are we gonna do? My dad comes in with this Palestinian name tag. He's like, hey guys, you want to hang out? I'm like, you don't even exist, Dad.
Oh God.
But just like the UN, we sat there and did nothing. But anyways, we grew to be tolerant and understanding of each other, and that's what we gotta do. Send the kids out and mingle. Old people, stay inside. Young, send them out to play with the kids. And then everyone in between, 18 to 50, you need to be having sex with as many multiracial people as you can. That's what it is.
Hey.
That's what it is. And listen, if you're in a committed relationship, I understand. I don't want to mess that up. Look in the mirror and look at your spouse or your significant other. Are they the same race as me? Ask yourself that. If they are, you both need to start around for justice. Okay? And if they are a different race, then you're in the clear. Stay committed. Do what you got to do. But that's what it is. And we can still practice social distancing, right? You can still say 6 feet apart, except when you're having sex. It'll be 6 or sex. That'll be the platform, right? So, in a nutshell, old people stay home, young send them out to play, and in the middle, other people of different races, every color under the sun, and that's how we're going to stop racism.
Oh, hell yeah. You are a good-looking kid.
With my, thank you so much.
Lee, you're on the air in San Francisco.
Obeid for Sammy Obeid. Hey, Howard.
What was that?
I don't know. Talking my made-up Riley language. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Hey, I want to know how many times over the break did Robin Florentine?
How did you and Jimmy do over the break? Did you see each other? Did you get closer, or is it pretty much over?
We saw each other.
Obeid for Sammy Obeid. Sammy Obeid. Sammy Obeid. What was that? I don't know. Talking my made-up Riley language. I don't know. Talking my made-up Riley language. I'm sorry.
What's up, y'all? This is Sammy Obeid, local aspiring politician, local Whole Foods shopper, mandated community service doer. Today, we're going to get high and solve depression. This is High as Truth. So today we're smoking Tri-Fi. It's a hybrid. It sounds like Wi-Fi and it sounds like trifles. Want to take a hit?
Yeah, sure.
Just out here in the forest of Wuhan.
Oh, yep. Do one sit-up.
We feeling good?
Yeah. How you doing, bro?
How am I doing?
Yeah.
I think that's the first problem right there, is how you doing. It's always such a loaded question. And it's always very difficult to answer. It creates anxiety, which creates depression, which makes you worse than you actually are. How is a kind of measurement. Who is a measurement of which person? What is a measurement of which object? When is a measurement of which time? Where is a measurement of which location? Why is a measurement of which meaning? People always think that why is the most complex of the question. Actually, it's how. People are looking for meaning in life. That's why people are watching this video right now. We're obsessed with the why, and because we can't find the why, we get sad. When really, why is not that complicated. Why is whatever you want it to be. How is a story of the actions you must take to get from point A to point Z. That's
Right,
the
it's the come up, right?
Yeah, we assign happiness as a binary thing. You're either unhappy or you're happy. It's a multi-dimensional array of feelings. And when you ask someone how they're doing, the person immediately thinks of a linear thing. Well, like, I'm feeling great because I just got out of jail. Things are going awesome. I know a lot of people who went to jail and they are unhappy when they come out. They miss jail. Like, jail.
You know a lot of people that went to jail?
I do. I wouldn't say I know a lot of people who went to jail, but of the people I know who went to jail, half of them got sad when they came out.
Really?
Yes. The common responses to how are you doing is good or
yeah, you're an
not.
asshole if you don't say good, man, because then I gotta ask you a follow-up question.
Yeah, now you're feeling bad, but you're telling the person you're feeling good because you don't want to ruin their day.
Right.
So now you're feeling bad and you're a liar. And that makes you feel even worse. Or you're like a good person who empathizes with people and you're like, oh, that's sad, and you sit there in the sadness with them, which sure, that's what the good person does, but like you put me in that position by saying that to me, but I put you in that position by asking you how you are, right? But society put me in this position to ask you how you are out of formality. I can see that you're sad, so if I don't ask you how you're doing, suddenly I'm an asshole, because society says,
you have to give a fuck.
you have to give a fuck. Nobody needs to know how you feel. It's nobody's responsibility. It's not even your responsibility. I don't need to know how I feel. I can just be. The moment I try to qualify exactly how I'm feeling is the moment I can say that I could be feeling better in some way.
Right.
And that is the root cause of unhappiness.
Self-awareness?
Yes! Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that wild turkey. This turkey has never ever assessed once in its whole entire turkey life, am I a happy turkey or a sad turkey? Not once. Easiest life hack for happiness, go in nature. If you go in nature, give it a couple hours, and let's say, sure, maybe you're in a deep state of depression, go for a couple days. If after a couple days in nature, you're still unhappy, kill yourself. Do you get that moon? People associate moon with night. But the sun and the moon are up there throughout the day and night. The sun's just on the other side. The moon is in the day sky half the time. You just don't notice it because the light makes you too dumb to see the moon.
So light makes you less bright.
The human mind, this beautiful instrument, has the ability to locate a point in consciousness that makes it feel happy because it can imagine whatever contingency is necessary for that happiness to be achieved, right? If you believe sometimes the world adjusts for you.
Right.
The world is like a crosswalk. It's not about how are you doing. It's about how can you get to what, where, why, and who you want to be.
There has to be a way to consolidate that.
Oh my God, it just hit me. We've been looking for like the simplest way of expressing all of this, right? Earlier we saw wild turkeys. When I went to Berkeley, I had to take a Native American Studies course, and we had to learn a little bit of the language Choctaw. They did not have a past or future tense. Everything took place in the present.
In the moment.
In the moment. The other thing was we saw wild turkeys, right?
Right.
One of the very few words I remember in Choctaw is the word for turkey. And people who know Choctaw, people who want to check this out, this is true. The word for turkey in Choctaw is fuck it. So we went on a spiritual mission to discover what is the issue with society, why is society so unhappy, what they can do to alleviate their unhappiness. And we found fuck it. There are so many bugs. But you know what those little bugs are, man? Trifles.
This is a tale of road rage. So a little bit about me is that I am a driver with purpose. I am not one of these California drivers who drives like they don't have anywhere to be. No, I am a purposeful driver. So I was driving home from work one day, coming in from Calabasas, and it's a long drive, so I was going quickly. The whole flow of traffic was going quickly. And I noticed a dude in the lane next to me had his blinker on, but he wasn't going quickly enough to be able to overtake me at the speed that I was going. And so I figured that I would just clear the lane for him and let him dip in behind me, which I guess didn't sit right with him. I guess he wanted to be first. I guess it triggered him that I didn't slam on my brakes and let him go first. I don't know, maybe they didn't let him start in football in high school, and he was big mad about that. So what he did was dip behind me and come over on the other side and throw his water bottle at my car so hard that it lodged itself into my side mirror. And I don't play that. I'm from Texas. I am not about that life. So he exited the highway really quickly, and I exited the highway really quickly to yell at him, of course. So I pulled over next to him. I threw the water bottle back in his car, which I shouldn't have did. I should have waited because he rolled his window down, and I maybe could have hit him with the water bottle. But I started yelling at him and calling him an idiot and just saying everything that was on my heart. And he immediately called me a monkey and a just because I didn't let him go in front of me and I wasn't cool with him throwing his water bottles at my car. So we continued to yell at each other for a little bit longer. He pulled off, and I do regret that I wasn't present enough mind to get his license plate number, because I have no way of, reporting it or finding him. Now all I have are fantasies that I'll bump into him at a Ralph's or something and get to cuss him out in front of some produce or something. Be like, who's the monkey now? Throw an actual water bottle from Ralph's at him.
Holy macaroni. Ladies and gentlemen, Sammy Obeid.
It's all virtual. You're actually not here, for those of you who are stoned. So I have only one mask. It's red, and I live in a neighborhood of all Crips, so either way I'm going to die. Forget these masks. I think we need magnets. Everybody wears a negative on negative magnet, so we all repel each other.
Of all the Zoom shows I've done, this feels the most like a real show, because it started late, and the host is doing too much time between the acts.
Does anybody here miss saying bless you when somebody sneezes? Now it's like, get the away from me, or you just run.
I'm here is my closet, and I've got all kinds of I got hats. Check it out, I got hats. Yeah. You want a fedora? I got a fedora. Look at this. Comedians, normally when we perform, we see the audience, but now because of the screen, we see ourselves. And when I see myself on screen, I realize my eyes are drooping. After the corona, I'm gonna go see a nice plastic surgeon that's just gonna pull my head back like that. You're gonna be like, Maz, something's different. What? Nothing's different. What are you talking about? I'm just a lot more alert. We actually get to see the count of participants. So you see right now there was 164, now there's 163. Some bastard just left. It better not be Shanto. Shanto, if you just left, you piece of
I am quarantining in this Barbie house, so my mom's from the Soviet Union. I'm begging her, don't go to Trader Joe's, their lines are crazy. And she's like, for me it's okay, wait in line for food, I don't mind, it's memory lane. Friends are texting me, we're not gonna buy anything from China anymore. You're texting me on an iPhone, you idiot.
Now, toilet paper is worth more than gold. You can't wipe your butt with gold. You can with toilet paper. So finally, it took COVID to make me understand how paper can defeat rock by being much more valuable. Now, I did just get the lights. That means it is time to start my set. So I will...
Anybody been on any walks? I feel like I retired, but without having to go through the difficulty of becoming a success. I know I retired because I got fully dressed to mail a letter.
I chose this as my background because nobody's using this room anymore. I don't think 5G causes coronavirus, because if it did, AT&T would charge me for it.
I don't really believe it came from China. I really think it came from people eating ham hock, bacon, chitlin sandwiches.
If I have antibodies, I'm putting it on my LinkedIn.
I wear hearing aids, and people often ask me, how much are you reading lips? And that this virus has happened and everybody is wearing a mask. I can tell you that the answer is 100% of the time.
Doesn't UTI sound like a technical college?
The guy who recycles my stuff at my house, he's been recycling for
for like 3 weeks, and he finally left an AA pamphlet on my door. They're like,
I think it's so weird. Call it special victims because, like, aren't all victims special? Can you imagine being the victim of a stabbing and you go in to report it at Special Victims Unit and they're like, you just got stabbed, you're not special.
You ever go to a black pool party? That's just a party by a pool. There's no.
Remember when like people were like justifying their coughs? That's how when I knew it was bad. And just be like, oh, I'm sorry, I just smoked 3 blunts.
My girlfriend's like, wow, The Rock's a good actor. Who'd have thought The Rock? It's like, baby, you keep calling him The Rock. His name is Dwayne. Who is that iconic in their first role that you call them that for the rest of their life, except The Rock and Mr. Bean? That's acting.
We'll see you next week with more hot lineups. Thank you so much.
Here's why this show is special. When I'm done, I'm not gonna log off. How much I'll pay? Exactly. Who cares who the performs next?
A lot of people don't know that Arabic numerals are the numbers that we use, right? 1, 2, 3. People think they're only Arabic when they're counted down, like 3, 2, 1.
There was a survey just last year in which 56% of Americans voted that we need to ban the use of Arabic numerals. How are we supposed to never forget 9/11 if we get rid of 9 and 11? They aren't even Arabic. They're from India. Banning Arabic numerals is like searching a Punjabi man at the airport. It's extra racist. The numerals go back 3,000 years ago to the Vedic period in India, and later first organized as the Brahmi numerals. They were also used by Buddhists, probably to time out their meditations.
Set timer for 10 minutes.
I'm sorry, I don't understand that.
The basic numerals only went up to 9. It wasn't until 628 AD when Indian mathematician Brahmagupta officially introduced 0 to the system.
Oh my God.
And because Indians engaged in trade with the Arabs.
Oh, what are those?
Hindu numerals?
Oh, can I get those digits?
No.
From there, they went to the Middle East, where a Persian mathematician fell in love with them. He wrote a book about them. He told everyone, even Europeans.
Oh, okay, so you're some sort of Arab.
Persian.
Okay, Arab. Yeah. Arab.
His name was Al-Khwarizmi, or the Latin version, Algorithmi, which is the root for algorithm. So basically, he controls Instagram.
And you get all the likes in the world. And you need more relatable content.
I'm kidding, but he was very influential. Algorithm, algebra, all the Al stuff is because of him. But he didn't try to claim the numerals were his. His book was titled On the Calculation with Hindu Numerals.
Hey, check out this book, Arabic numerals.
Oh, I get it because he's Arab. No, actually,
It took a while for them to catch on in the West, but they did, thanks to the endorsement of legendary Italian mathematician Fibonacci. So they're Hindu, adopted by Arabs, spread by a Persian, endorsed by an Italian numerals. That's the politically correct way of saying it. And if you don't like being PC, you could still accurately call them body hair numerals. Because, you know. But in 1299, the city of Florence banned the use of Arabic numerals. There's lots of speculation as to why, but end of the day, this was during the Crusades, and no one wants to use the number system of the enemy. Good thing nothing like this would ever happen again. That was sarcasm. It happened again. But the numerals themselves are beautiful and quite exotic. May I? Okay. This is 1, pronounced 1. This is 2, pronounced 2. And this is 3. And you get it. So why is there this movement to ban Arabic numerals if we all use them. Simple. Numerical terrorism. A lot of people associate Arabic culture with terrorism. So in their minds, if we continue the use of Arabic numerals, the terrorists win. And this isn't a new movement. They've been trying to eradicate them for years. Al-Khwarizmi wrote his books and stored all of his transcripts about the Arabic numeral system in his master library in Baghdad. Remember when we invaded Iraq, but no reports could show what we were looking for? Oh, we knew what we were looking for. Arabic numerals are the weapons of mass destruction. Or should I say, math destruction? That was pretty funny, right? So what do they want to replace them with? Simple, Roman numerals. They've been trying since 1299, and they still are. I mean, look at the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is Arabic free. Except for one player on the Detroit Lions. And the jerseys. And the field itself. And the seats. The scoreboard. The clocks. The salaries. Shakira. Remember what Shakira did? She's like, ah! Well, she didn't. I guess she didn't have the, you know what I mean. Again, not even Arabic. They're Indian. And guess who now is the fastest growing ethnic group in America? It's ironic. It's like if Columbus came now, he would have been right. And no one's stopping them. There's no wall being built around engineering jobs. No firewall. They're coming in big numbers, they're multiplying in big numbers, and they're coming back to claim their numbers. And their food's like delicious.
Okay, Arab. Arab. Okay, let's go.
So, I did a show once where I walked into a bar and it was just empty except for a drunk couple at the bar who was already in a fight with the host, and they were extremely racist. Like, the first thing I hear when I walked in was, no, but that Vegas shooter, like, he's not a terrorist because he's white. That was literally the first thing I heard when I walked in, and I was like, oh my god, what kind of show is this? And the host goes, no, but do you know what a terrorist is, though? It's someone who inflicts terror. And her boyfriend goes, just listen to her, man. And I was like, oh, this is the kind of show it's going to be, I guess. And in the middle of this argument, I turn around and I notice there's one other audience member, and it's just a blind guy in the corner, just hanging out. And at that moment, he goes, hey! He goes, I want pussy. Like, that's what he yelled. That was what he wanted in that moment, I guess. And the drunk girl goes, I'll see your dick. I swear to God, they get up and they leave together. And for like 10 minutes. Finally, they come back, they sit in their respective seats, and with the new confidence that this guy had, he just goes, you know what? I want to do stand-up. And the host goes back on stage and he was like, the show literally can't get any worse. Come do a few minutes. So the blind guy goes on stage with his stick and everything and just goes, don't you hate it when girls just want to see your dick? Straight up, that was the first thing he said. To total silence. We're just like, is this for real? And at that moment, the booker of the show walks in and sees this guy on stage. And he talks to the host. He was like, who the hell is this guy? And he goes, well, it's kind of a funny story. He goes, no, dude, get him off the stage. And then he tries to give him the light to get off. And he couldn't figure it out. He's like, why can't he see it? And then he realizes it. And he's like, oh, he's blind. And the comics in the back just erupt in laughter. And the blind guy goes, there we go.
And there you have it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
There it
sorry.
is.
I'm like the only Indian in the world that does not understand how to work this. My cousins all around the world is watching this like, unmuted, you idiot, unmute.
Tic-tac-toe, tic-tac-toe. Love to play the game, tic-tac-toe. There's 9 squares you play, put the X next to the O, the O next to the X, call it tic-tac-toe. You'll have a lot of fun wherever you go, playing this great game called tic-tac-toe.
But weed's illegal, and I think that's amazing that weed's illegal, but I don't think that's far enough. I think weed should be mandatory. I think everybody needs to try it at least once. Just get a little too high, look in the mirror for a little too long, think about all your fucking flaws, write them down, and fucking fix that shit, dude. That's what weed is there for, to make you aware of that shit. There's this stigma that weed is associated with ignorance. It's far from the truth, right? You hear people say, I don't smoke weed because it makes me depressed. That's not the weed, that's you. You are already depressed. The weed makes you aware of that shit. And you don't like being aware of things that are there. That means you're ignorant. You need to smoke weed and get rid of that. Like, there's different strains. You need to at least understand that. You can't just write off all the strains as equal. People go, every time I smoke weed, it makes me lazy. Because you smoked an indica strain and went to the gym. You're a fucking moron, dude. Learn the indica couch, okay? This is textbook marijuana 2020. Sativa's the one you can smoke at your job. I have the saying for that. Smoke sativa, you will achieve it. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that. And hybrid just gets you high as dude. Hybrid just gets you high, man. Well, I don't smoke weed because it makes me stupid. That's not the weed, man. You're not using it for the right things. Try smoking weed and reading a book, okay? That'll be the hardest book you ever read. But if you can read a book high, you can climb Everest, man. I'm telling you. It's already hard enough to read a book sober. You ever been like 10 pages in a book? You're like, oh, I wasn't even paying attention the whole time. I gotta go back now. Where was I?
What's up? This is Sammy Obeid, former math teacher, current youth mentor. Today we're gonna get high and solve the US economy. This is Highest Truth. We're smoking strawberry banana, pretty good THC and CBD ratio, a little bit of CBD to kill the pain. 2 fruits, better than 1. Perfect. If you spit while you smoke, you get higher.
Hey Sammy, let me see a crossover. Go between the legs. Yep, no brown person's going to the NBA for a minute.
There's not one brown guy in the NBA?
0.
No,
0.
Come on, dude.
0, bro. 0.
Indians are the fastest growing ethnic group in America. So
it's coming.
Yes, Indians are going to be the most significant driver of the American economy.
But we're bad drivers. I don't know.
The economy, dude. This in your culture.
Just message.
Indian love spicy food, right?
Absolutely.
More spices.
More spices.
That's what America was founded on. The explorers came here to look for spices. Now you have Indians demanding spices, and we have to import those spices from all around the world because America's spice market, how do you say it? Bland. America is blessed in that we actually have all climates. We have tropical, we have desert, we have vineyard. Grow more spices. So hopefully a few weeks ago, in Fremont, which is highly populated with Indian people, brown people, the spices were gone.
Right, what did you just say? It was highly populated with...
The fastest growing ethnic group in America. A guy I know hit me up for weed recently. That's where the economy is right now. The marijuana business should be blooming right now. Marijuana is medicine and we want medicine. People can't even get the medicine that we know is the best shot at killing COVID right now. So at least give them the marijuana. The fact that my friend was hitting me up for marijuana is a crime. That's a crime to my economy that I sold it to him for a very, very good price. If the government just allowed illegal drugs but made sure to test that they were certified organic, that is good Marie Kondo checked energy. We can certify produce as organic, do it with the drugs. You will boom this economy. It'll create jobs instantly. And then you start with the organic heroin. I am running for president in 2036, and I advocate for legal, certified organic heroin in microdosed amounts.
Thoughts on cocaine?
Same comes from the coca plant, right?
Right.
The certified organic, make sure it has good energy, make sure there was not any weird stuff put into it. It should be fine.
Have you ever done salvia before? That's legal.
Salvia is legal, and it is the most terrifying drug I've ever done in my life. That shows you how stupid we are on drugs. That the loophole that a drug like salvia made it through, when cocaine, which gets you 100th of as high as a hit of salvia does.
Yeah, that's generous still.
What we forget is that the way we measure the success of the economy are by a few indicators. Number one being employment. Employment is just a title. People can be employed and not work a single hour a week. There's people who actually do work, and there's people who have a job, but they don't do work. Like, we know those people. Imagine if everybody worked at their work. Now, how would this happen? It would be in a situation where people enjoyed what they do for a living. What really measures a country's economy is its GDP, its output, by how much we create. With a flick of a wand, we could say, oh, all 6 million of you are now employed. It's just a title. It means nothing. We've all been in relationships. It means nothing, right? Yeah. Every individual in this economy, take that step back and think, what can I actually offer the world that will create a substantial output that will help my economy, that I also enjoy doing, that's also going to make me rich so I can spend money and help bloom this economy while getting the things I want. Do I need to say it again?
Damn, bro, we're all gonna be selling weed in a couple of years, huh?
It could be, dude. Everybody's expecting the government to fix the economy for them. No, it's on your mentality and the mentality of the people around you. You can't make a law making them love what they do, but you can lead by example and show people that you love what you do and work very hard at it. That actually spreads like a virus. Diversify your portfolio, what you're good at and what you love, and do a lot of all of that stuff. But everybody needs to diversify a little bit more. That's why we're playing basketball. We're looking at these bricks where like local families and companies can buy a brick and donate to the school and sponsor the school essentially. I discovered this one right here. Where'd it go? Nagata Brothers Farm. Brought a tear to my eye because that was my first job. Nagata Brothers Farm was a produce stand down the street. It was the best job I ever had because I love what I was doing. I love being around produce. And I sold weed out of the back, making 3 times what I should have been making. I spent money like a good consumer. I was part of the economic boom of 1999. Thanks to selling weed, diversifying my portfolio, selling both fruit and spice.
Beautiful.
The thing is, the economy is not a binary thing. It's not either not running at all or completely running. It's a spectrum of in between. And that spectrum largely depends on our behavior. There's nothing stopping us from spending every waking moment of our day working on something that creates a product, a gross domestic product. There's nothing preventing us from using every dime that people are terrified of spending right now. There is nothing stopping you right now from turning on the Backstreet Boys, imagining that era that I was just speaking of, 1999, when the economy was thrusting with energy, and realize that it's back if you want it to be. And not only that, but the supermoon is rising above the hills. Look at it. That is a super moon. If the moon can do it, so can the economy. GDP is nothing but a circle. It's a pie chart with a percentage. Don't look at me, man. The moon, dude. Imagine that as the GDP. We need to get full like that. So why the can't we? Come on.
It's Coachella 2011, Saturday night, and I am getting ready to watch Animal Collective get super weird on the main stage. So I want to match their weirdness, so I take 1/8 of mushrooms, shove it directly down my gourd, and proceed to have a wonderful hour of just tripping and dancing and grooving all over the polo fields. After a while, I gotta take a break, so I go to sit down, look at my sock, and realize it's covered in a red liquid, and I don't know what it is, but I followed up my leg and realized my entire leg is covered in viscous blood. And I start freaking out, searching for a wound. Nothing hurts, but I'm also tripping, so I feel amazing. And I'm thinking like, oh God, am I gonna be one of those people? Do I have to go to the medical tent and explain to a police officer that I am tripping too hard to understand that I've been stabbed in the leg and I'm bleeding out profusely? What do I do? At which point my girlfriend looks over at me and says, Alex, are you sitting in a bunch of ketchup? And I look down and realized there's about 15 open ketchup packets right underneath exactly where I'd been sitting. Still not convinced in my tripped out state, I scooped my hand up my leg, shoved my hand in my mouth to see if it was blood, but it was just ketchup. And I was so elated, I stood up and screamed, it's ketchup! It's ketchup, everyone! Of course, no one knew what I was talking about, but the point is, I saved myself a trip to the medical tent because when you party, you gotta party like a professional. And just because you take mushrooms doesn't mean you can't lather yourself in delicious condiments and enjoy a great band like Animal Collective. It's not always blood, guys. It's not always blood.
In hindsight, sorry, I had to.
I love it so much.
I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sammy Obeid.
Isn't that weird? That was weird, dude. Is it 2020 or what? I mean, look at how my head's tickling. Look at that haircut. It's like a crescent moon. I'm a homebody. I feel like this was my time. And everybody's like, I feel the same way. Like we were all homebodies the whole time. Why were we going out in the first place? I wash my hands every 5 minutes since 2003. I have no skin on my hand. Look at that. I have no hands. We need to keep the mask. And this is not like a Middle Eastern Sharia law thing. I like that we can't do small talk anymore. I tried to talk to him at the store. He was like, I'm like, I can't hear you, sir. I had a mask on too, so I was like, oh, good to hear you, sir.
I feel a little bit like we're living in a reverse horror film where all the actors are yelling at us to stay inside. Get inside!
My sleep schedule right now is 5 a.m. to 2 in the afternoon. This is actually the first thing I've done with my day.
When I've been going to the grocery store, one thing I've noticed, old people don't give a f- about distancing. The amount of 70-year-olds who are just going, hi! I started transitioning genders the day before we all got locked inside. I know, I feel like I'm like locked in a room turning into a werewolf, but like a werewolf.
I am 8 months pregnant, or as my mom likes to say, I'm letting myself go.
I haven't called my mom in months. I don't need a pandemic to be a bad son, all right?
I used to be in a long-distance relationship, man. It didn't work out at all because, you know, she lived in Boston, which is right here, and I cheated on her, so.
Kyle, please call me back. It's a freaking pandemic, okay? You promised me Uber Eats, and like, why won't Rihanna release the album?
I hate to break it to you, a polar bear and a black bear, that's not how panda bears are made. Like,
These professional zookeepers are trying to get the pandas to do the thing for the past 10 years. So before this, it was actually a pandademic. That was for you.
I love looking at you guys. David, I don't know nothing about you, but I'm liking the stash, man. Dude, I took a picture of me with this to my mom. She got all excited because she thought I was going to train to become a doctor now, man.
I used to go to a bank with a mask on, people would freak out. Now they freak out to go to a bank without a mask on. Like some people have like a magnetic personality. I have more of like the personality of someone who collects magnets.
Any kids on the broadcast want to know what a feminist is? Yeah, that means you don't have to shave your armpits and they can't tell you nothing.
Anybody do communion online? I don't have the elements at home. I took communion with a corn tortilla
and a shot glass of tequila. My cousin is freaking out. He got paroled in January just to get quarantined in February.
I personally love Babies on a Plane because I believe in God. You guys remember he was big in the 80s. And in my head, I just feel like God is less likely to crash a plane that has innocent babies on it. So the more babies, the safer I feel.
I'm not worried about the coronavirus. I'll tell you why, man. I drink literally a pint of whiskey a day, a pack of cigarettes, and all I eat is McDonald's and Burger King. I'll tell you, if the coronavirus ever comes into my body, the first thing it's going to say is, get me the out of here. I'll even grab that coronavirus back into my body when it's trying to leave. It's like, where are you going? It's cocaine Sunday. What are you doing, buddy?
Give it up for Maddie on the ones and twos tonight. Doesn't Maddie look like if Jesus cut his hair? Trump promised us the economy would be back on Easter. Trump was not lying. He didn't say the economy was going to be back. He said e-comedy is going to be back. We'll see you next time.
Have I run over my time?
No, you're great. Whatever you want.
Okay.
Maggie, we have nowhere to go.
So this is my message to the kids. Don't do drugs if you look like you do drugs. Probably 2007, long-haired Nick. Loved Wu-Tang. In fact, had 3 Wu-Tang shirts, so it was my daily wardrobe. Me and a buddy are driving to a gig. We're going to El Paso to perform at the comic strip. We leave at 11 p.m. because we think traveling at night is so much better. My buddy has a spot at the Hollywood Improv. That's where we start our journey. Takes a few drinks. In fact, he gets a little plastered. We get on the road. I didn't know that my buddy had weed on him too. So we're driving, about 4 hours in a trip, we get to Blythe, California. Now some of you may know Blythe if you pass through it. Apparently a lot of cops pull over comics on trips there. My buddy pulls out his pipe and weed, which I didn't know he had on him. Starts smoking in my car. And I look at him like, hey, we can't have that in my car. So I start to exit, because in my mind, I'm like, let's just put it into the back seat. And then you can smoke it where we get to. Now, let me note, I'm 100% sober at this time, even though I look like a pothead. Long hair, Wu-Tang shirt, buddy who looks like a pothead, drunk and high. As we're pulling over the exit, cop lights come on. They've been following us. They said that we were speeding, but it didn't matter, because when I told my buddy to hide his weed, he threw it on the floorboard, right where the cop shined his flashlight. Pipe and weed. So, they pulled me out of the car. The officer starts conducting sobriety tests, and I'm messing it all up. It's 4 a.m. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm nervous. We're near a highway. Cars passing by. He tells me to do this test. Count from 1 to 10, taking steps forward, turn around, then count from 10 to 1. That's the instruction I miss, right? So I do the 1 to 10, turn around, and do the 1 to 10 again. Messed up that sobriety test. Then it was follow the pen. Then it was a few other ones. He determines that I am either high or drunk. Throws me in the back of the cop car. My friend's still drunk. He comes up to me with his little video camera and says, what do you want to tell the world? Because he's going to post it on Facebook. And I said, get out of my face. I go to jail, 6 a.m. Other sheriffs are clocking into their shift. The cop that pulled me over is upset because he wants me to admit that I was drunk or high. They tell me that they've arrested Gabriel Iglesias before. So, they call in a nurse, 8 a.m. to take blood, because I am not saying that I'm drunk or high, because I'm not. I've been 100% stone cold sober. right? And the guy wants me to admit that I did something which is not true. So, they take my blood, throw him in a cell all by myself. While in there, the jailers find out that I'm a stand-up comic, and they watch all my routines, and they ask me if I know Angela Johnson. I get my mugshot taken with a Wu-Tang shirt. 10 a.m., I'm finally released. My buddy is there to greet me. They said they took him to Denny's, right? Drunk and high, went to Denny's. So, we continue our trip, get to El Paso, do the gig. Now, if you don't know anything about DUIs, the minute that it's on record, lawyers start sending out letters to get you to hire them to have this dealt with. It's immediately known. So all these letters are going to my mom's house, which is my mailing address, right? She's freaking out. My buddy tells me, don't worry, man. I'll hire a lawyer. I'll handle all the fees. We're going to get this taken care of because I know you're 100% stone cold sober and it was my fault. So the lawyer says, I'll keep an eye on it. And he does. Court date never comes up. I never get asked to come back to Blythe because of this. Finally, the lawyer calls me and says, hey, so since your blood came back 100% clean, this is not going to go to the courts because you would have ruined this cop's career. I was the first guy that he ever field tested. He was new to that side of copetry, whatever it might be. Policeness, right? I was informed that since I was 100% clean, if we would have gone to court, he would have lost the case, and then any lawyer in that town could have used my case against him for every single DUI, DWI arrest that this guy attempts. Because since he can't be 100% sure because of me, then he can't be 100% sure with everybody else. So, everything was dropped, or so I thought, until 5 years later, when I tried to get global entry, and it popped up. But I got global entry because I was 100% clean.
Yes!
Yeah. And now I do drugs.
Full circle,
yeah,
dude.
the minute I stopped looking like a pothead, now I'm doing pot.
Would never guess it with this guy.
Mm-mm. So don't do drugs if you look like you do drugs.
What's up, y'all? This is Sammy Obeid, mathematician, comedian, and marijuana enthusiast. I'm about to get high and solve the world's biggest problem. This is Highest Truth. We're here in my parents' backyard. Fuck you, Mom. All right. Oh! I know that was creepy. I'm sorry. I know, not a great time to be coughing. So, we're about to go for a walk. Get all creative. Yet another reason to get copper water bottles is the virus can only survive on them for 8 hours max. And it tastes good. If literally everything was just copper, we'd be a lot safer, right? Statue of Liberty, safe as fuck right now. Anybody who just has a lot of pennies, safe as fuck. I'm not banking on vaccine. I don't think there's a lot of money going into the pharmaceutical industry because every time I buy drugs, they're so cheap and nobody ever complains about how expensive drugs are. So there's no way they have the funding that they need to do it. But you know, that's why drug premiums are so high for R&D. We need this money for research. Woo! Penis pills. Let's see them put their R&D where the D is. People are still gonna be fucking bats, right? People think this People think this is from eating bats. This shit is not from eating. Eating a bat, people would just get sick for a day. Somebody fucked a bat. All right, this screams bat. But viruses actually serve a very, very important function in evolution and biology. They help horizontal gene transfer. So viruses can take genes from one organism and take them to another, and a positive evolution can happen. We need to start looking at viruses as more of an opportunity than a setback. So really what we should be doing is fucking a lot of bats. Getting a lot of these diseases from these animals and putting them in like a petri dish and making one super vaccine. You make a vaccine for COVID-19 and then a COVID-20 comes out, then a COVID-21 comes out. Dude, put all the COVIDs in one, make one super vaccine, throw a little Ebola in there. I mean, listen, if the Europeans never got the plague, who would we be as a species right now? Probably less colonialism, but still,
we can't let lack of beds be a deterrent to our treatment of the sick. Why can't we have hospital air mattresses? A futon, we get hospital futons, then it's a waiting chair for the people in the waiting room, and then you're like, no, you guys gotta get up, we gotta use the futon. There you go. Every time I go to Sleep World or Sleep Train, they're always empty. Use your inventory, start sending it over to hospitals. We need to think about what the problem is here, right? We have a virus that's attacking us where? In our lungs. We need to get it out. You gotta literally blow the virus out of your lungs. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, people are losing work. They don't have a career. So what do we need? Blow jobs. Literally, kids are running at us right now, trying to infect us. The kids started running, going like this, and going, I'm gonna get you. Like, that's what just happened to us.
Big jihadi energy.
Yeah. I think we need to separate the kids from the adults. Out here walking, high as fuck, right? And did forget that my parents are out here walking too. This is not planned, it's not staged. Just keep it cool, just keep chill. Nobody knows what's going on. Hey guys. Hey, all right.
Nice to see you.
Hi.
Hey guys.
What are you guys doing?
Hey, you guys are kind of close, separate. This is an example of why this isn't so bad. If you're a kid and you're trying to get high and you don't want your parents to know, when they could get up in your face and they see your bloodshot eyes and they hear your cotton mouth, they smell the weed on you, you're caught. My parents wouldn't even get within 6 feet of me. They have no fucking idea I'm high right now. It's legal, bro. Dystopian, bro. That's dopian. Come on, man.
Hello and welcome to my story of my car accident from a few weeks ago. I was in a car accident in an Uber pool because I'm doing well, and we were on the freeway and we crashed into a stopped car, and you guys want to know what race the driver was. That's what you want to know. I can tell you're all asking me what race was the driver, what race was he, and he was old. He was very old. The other driver was Asian. So we were sitting there, stopped on the freeway, and this old dude and this young, confused Asian kid don't know what to do, and we all have to exchange information. So I end up putting all of us in a group chat together. And we send all of our driver's license and insurance information to each other. And I have to explain to these guys, it's their first time in a group chat. I have to tell them, group chats are not meant for this. Group chats are meant to send each other memes and to demean men, you know? If you've ever sent a dick pic out, we've seen it in a group chat. And then I had to, after the accident, I had to go to the hospital. So I had to decide how I was getting there because, like, do I call another Uber? Is that gonna hold up in court? Like, are they just gonna say I kept going back to my abuser? Or what do I do? So then I end up calling my friend and he takes me to the hospital. And I find out while at the hospital that the most painful part of a car accident is finding out how much you really weigh. Turns out their technology for that is excellent. And insurance doesn't cover lipo, so great. The other rough part of going to the hospital was I went to get x-rays done, and the x-ray tech found out that I knew some medical terminology, and so he asked me what I did for my career, and I told him I had just quit my PhD to do stand-up, and he was like, no. I was like, yes, I'm so sorry, and then I just started crying. And then he said that his son also does something like what I do. And I said, what does your son do? And he said, oh, you know, he's just an actor. He acts a little bit. And I said, what has he acted in? And he's like, oh, he's just in this little movie coming out. And I was like, what movie? And he was like, oh, he just plays LeBron James's younger self in the new Space Jam. So that was fun to hear. But I thought it was amazing. I thought this guy had accomplished the American dream. He came from Congo, was an x-ray technician, and then had a child who was gonna make more than he's ever made in his life in one check and never respect him again. That's the American dream. It's beautiful.
Then the other part of this story is that while I was at the hospital for several hours, I was hitting on everyone. I was hitting on the doctors, the nurses, the other patients, because why not? But I think it was rough for me because as I was hitting on the nurses, they were misgendering me. They were like, "Sir, I'm not interested." So I left without getting any, even though my whole ass was out the entire time. Anyways, that's my story. Give me money, Uber.
I'm sure they will.
I hope so.
That's why I lived. I'm recovering from a cold. I feel much better now. Whenever I get sick, I always feel like I'm going to die. I'm terrified of viruses, man. Viruses hate human beings. They hate us because we didn't give them a kingdom in the classification system. Right, some of you guys know what I'm talking about. There's 6 kingdoms of classification in the system, all right? There's animals, there's plants, there's fungus. You guys know what I'm talking about? Had to pick someone for that. Bacteria gets 2 kingdoms. Oh, the double sweet. Thank you very much. And then the last one is protists, which is algae. Seriously? Algae made the cut? Do you think viruses are a little bit pissed about that? Like, algae? What? We're killing people on a daily, all right? We have the common cold coming out with a new release every year. We had Ebola putting us on the map last year. We're the reason you wear condoms. You're terrified of us. We are viruses. How many more have to die till we get a kingdom? I guess what I'm trying to say is free Palestine. I don't really know. It's okay if you laugh if other people are laughing. If you make one person laugh, you're probably gonna make more because laughter is contagious, right? We've heard this expression before. So I've used SIR modeling from the mathematics of epidemics to determine this. We have S, the susceptible individuals, i.e. the people with a sense of humor. There's many of us in this room. Then you have I is the number infected, we're the people who are laughing at the time, and R, the recovered people who already laughed and they're recovering. You have J, the number of jokes, and F is how funny the jokes are. So I've determined it's a series of differential equations, and you want to solve for I of T. Anybody know the solution? Okay, this will be your homework assignment. Figure it out because I'm not here to spoon feed it to you. But as you can see, this checks out because, again, if F is 0, then they're recovering as fast as they're getting infected, which makes sense. You're not funny, so they're recovering. You guys know what I'm talking about. The goal is, in comedy, is to infect as many people as possible and hope that they don't recover. Thank you for staying in the room.
You have an infectious smile.
And I guess we just gotta take it day by day, you know?
Yeah.
That's all we could do. Because sense of normalcy only returns when everyone agrees it does, and like we're just nowhere close to that.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm gonna end this.
All right, okay.
Unless you have any final thoughts.
Yeah, I do have a final thought. And that is that nothing has ever been normal. That is a complete human fallacy to assume that we left normal and we're in a non-normal. Your life was never normal. You always were complaining about something or thinking that things were amazing, which is not normal. Things are not always amazing. You hear that plane? That's normalcy. The plane's still flying. Oh, we're in some crazy situation. There's a plane still taking passengers during a pandemic. How not normal is that? It's pretty normal. So there's this sense that normalcy has been lost when really there never was normalcy. Every day is a new normal if you look at it that way. So use the opportunity of departing this false sense of normalcy to realize that life is as normal as you want it to be, and you always have the chance to create anew. And this is that on a massive level of human consciousness. So, going back to, are we going to get back to normal? No, and we shouldn't want to. We should always want to progress and evolve. Because if the monkeys always wanted to go back to normalcy, they'd still be normal-ass monkeys. This is a comedy show. I am related by blood to all of these people. 2 of them for sure, okay?
I am the uncle.
I have family in Lebanon, Gaza, Bahrain, and then Texas. I call them the LGBT community. And don't forget about the Q, Qatar. Come on.
Did you know actually the LGBT community is adding I now? I think it's intersex, but we refuse to annex Israel. Come on, everybody. Come on. Yeah, uncle like that one. Yeah.
I am the uncle.
You ever notice that when a KKK takes off their face mask, they just become a chef? Come on, everybody. So people ask me who I'm going to vote for. And the truth is, I have depression, okay? And who doesn't nowadays? Except this man, the happiest man in the world. So people ask me, who are you going to vote for? I say, well, it doesn't really matter because whoever wins, I'm still going to be depressed. So I guess you could say I'm blue no matter who. Come on now. Blue no matter who. Blue no matter who. Give him that hot flute. This is Arab culture at its finest. That was great.
You know this thing about the conversation joke?
This is by far the most action-packed like final day of a semester I have ever had in my entire life. So a little background on this like spring semester 7 years ago at my community college was when I started studying for film and all that. This one girl in my class, for whatever reason, despite me being as nice as I usually tend to be around everyone, she was just like a total jerk and all that. And for the rest of the semester, I was just like, yeah, all right, fine, whatever, if you want to be like that, and just kind of left her alone and all that. So around like during the week of finals, so we decided to get together to form a study group. So on the day of our finals, like of that morning when we were all like sitting together like in a table in the library, suddenly I see like a whole bunch of like girls like just like running up away from the entrance. At first I thought it was just a bunch of like college students just like fooling around. I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever, just let them have their fun stuff. And but then I see like more people like freaking out and running away from the entrance, and then suddenly my study group starts freaking out, and then I start getting worried, just like thinking, oh my god, like what's going on? And I for a split second turned to look at the front entrance, and this dude walking inside with a bulletproof vest and like a freaking rifle like starts walking inside, and I knew I was at an angle where he could have easily just like shot me down from a distance, but luckily he didn't get ready to start firing then. So I freaked out and started running as fast as I could in the same direction as everybody else. So we run to the nearest emergency exit, and as we're heading outside the library, we stop to look to see if he hasn't caught up to us or anything, and we hear a few gunshots coming from inside the library, and we start freaking out and just running as fast as we can just away from the college, and kept running and running like a few blocks away. And then once we got to a safe distance, we all just like got together and started just standing and waiting, hoping that things would calm down and stuff. And the girl from my class, she was just like so worried and freaked out. She started just hugging everybody. She just like almost like pulled a complete 180 from like the like the punk girl that she was earlier. I just like finally went up to her again just to see if she was okay, and just like saying like, hey, are you alright? And so like, do you need anything? And she just hugged me too. And so, yeah, I mean, if there was like one thing that that like Shooter like indirectly did for me, it's get me one step closer to a girl. So even though it came at the cost of pretty much his life getting sent to prison, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to take.
It's very difficult to perform stand-up comedy these times, but I was able to get together a small crowd. Get it? A small crowd. Say hi, Layla. Yeah. This is the temporary future of comedy. Distance is a great thing. First of all, this beard screams distance. Distance always makes things better, right, Layla? Elbows. Elbows. All right. I don't call them kids anymore. I call them carriers. Yeah, she said it. Isn't it a great time to be a kid now? No school, and you can't get the thing. This is the prime age of being children. Like just weeks ago, they were saying that kids now are more depressed than ever. If they're still depressed after this, we need to lock them up, because seriously, they're just infecting us at this point. They're not grateful.
You're probably familiar that there's a thing out there right now that is threatening the lives of our elderly. It's called time. There's this little patch on the Pacific Islands where you can hop back and forth between yesterday and tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about? That's a great place if you're a cheater, right? Like, where were you last night? You mean last night like tonight or last night like last night, right? You get it? Time zones. 2 places that have 0 natural disasters. Saudi Arabia and Qatar. That's where all terrorism came from. The safest places in the world. Like, oh, what is with this? No natural disaster, 0 crime rate. We need to do something to shake it up a little bit, huh? You guys like the accent? Should I do more accents? You think I would get booked more if I did more accents? Despite what I look like, I've dated quite a few people in my life. Coincidentally, I've dated about 100 people, and 72 of them were Virgos. Isn't that? But there's a pattern there. 72 of them. Virgo, which is the virgin. So 72 virgins. What previous life did I blow myself up in to get 72 virgins in this life? Come on. Come on. Listen, everybody, be safe. Keep your distance. Hi, Thomas. Hi. You know, try not to hang out with kids unless they're like super adorbs. Hi. And just remember, this is a time to evaluate who you're hanging out with. Remember that we're mostly water. We're like 60 to 70% water. So like humans are, not only are humans like an ocean, we're like smaller oceans. We're like ponds. So evaluate what ponds you're hanging out with. I'm spending my time with this little pond right here. Okay. What pond of water do you want to hang out with? Because some of those ponds may be infected. Ponder it. Come on, everybody. Ponder it. Ponder it. Social distance. It's so social at a distance. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the love, and we'll see you next time on Social Distance Comedy, everybody.
There's a show that we're going to take a little break from Corona here for a second. There's a show on Netflix just came out called 100 Humans. I've said this on this show before. I'm fascinated by people. Just like picking apart the human psyche and figuring out humans. This show does that. We watch one episode, and on this episode, they ask people, very intimate question, with toilet paper and going to the bathroom. How do you wipe your butt? How do you take the roll off the wall? How many sheets do you use? And the answers were fascinating. You would be so surprised with how different everyone does it. Yo, it will make you cringe. Your closest friends, how they wipe their butt and how much toilet paper they use. Wow, dude, this experiment is incredible.
Show them yours.
All right,
first of all,
I'll go first.
Please tell me you're not the one who like wraps their hand in
He
it.
does.
Hold on a second.
Wait, it's horrifying.
No, I don't.
It's watch this.
I do. First off, I only take 3 sheets.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
It's light.
That's good.
It's light.
I go like this. I go 3 fingers.
Whoa.
I go 1, 2, 3. I sometimes I do 4 fingers. Sorry.
Look at that.
I do 4 fingers, and then I go like this.
Proper. Here's what I said to him. Like, do you then go to UPS and ship it somewhere?
This is perfect.
I mean,
You're so nimble. You're so dexterous. And one swipe into the trash can. All right?
The trash.
Sorry. That was a mistake. Sorry. Into the toilet. Sorry.
The biggest question, though, from the show, for me, how do you put the roll on the wall? And everyone's shaking their head because everyone knows the answer. But I'll be honest with you. If you are an under, I do not look at you as a human being. You are an imposter. You have somehow come to this planet. You probably created the coronavirus.
Some people said they would stand up when they wiped, which I found interesting as well.
Yeah.
Some people go back to front on this show. Me? I'm sitting. So do you see the way you're looking at me? I can't believe you stand up to wipe your butt.
You stand up.
Yeah,
to
That's what I'm saying. Every conversation looks like this. Everyone's like, "You do what?" And then you expect your friends to get on your side, and they don't. Everyone's divided.
So I got dumped at the Ren Fair by a guy who looked kind of like Kenny G, but my heart was broken for way too long. And every once in a while, I'd drive past his house at night. I never got caught, but I didn't feel good about myself doing it. And one night, I thought I gotta lift my spirits. I'm gonna go to the record store before it closes and buy some gangster rap. And on my way there, coming down through the residential area, I saw a figure in the road. long purple wizard robe, purple shoes, white hair, and I realized it was an old woman with a walker, and I thought, what is she doing? Taking in her trash this late? And I felt bad about myself, so I thought, I'll help another human being. That'll fix it. So I pulled over and asked if she needed anything, and she said she was walking home. This late, I was like, you want a ride? So she hopped in the old car. I loaded her walker in the back, and I asked, where do you live? She said she couldn't quite remember, but I was like, hand over your wallet. And she did, and got her address on her ID card and drove her 4 miles across town to her house. And we got there and there was an apartment for rent in her complex, and I was like, what if I rent this and me and Cecile become best friends? On the way down, she asked me if I was married. I said no, and she was like, don't bother, men are trash. And I was like, I love her. Anyway, no keys in her purple purse. We were keyless, so I had to knock on our manager's door. I was like, hey, Cecile locked herself out. He was shirtless with just a towel around his waist. He seemed like we interrupted him, quite frankly. And he said, she's back? This is the second time since we moved her out. And at that moment I realized that was not where Cecile lived after all. She had a letter in her purple purse with a forwarding label to an old folks home, just about a block from where I picked her up. Called the old folks home. Sure enough, they were missing a Cecile. I said I could drive her back. And they was like, no, you've kidnapped her. So they had to call the LAPD. They loaded Cecile in the back of a squad car, but before they closed the door, she said she was turning 83 the next week. She invited me to her birthday party, and they closed it. We high-fived through the window. They went off into the night. And I went to her birthday party, and I went and kicked it with Cecile a few times after that, but I never drove past that dude's house again. Cecile's probably dead now, but I loved her.
I do too.
She was cool.
What is your ideal goal? Is there any way to merge like your passion for kind of like the mathematics and stuff?
Yeah.
With comedy into some kind of like a science show or?
So that's one of the things that I have in the works right now,
Cool.
and it's taking a while to pitch to the right people because a lot of people in the industry, they either don't like math or they don't think the public will like math. But I tell them they're wrong because half of us are good at math. There's math people, there's language people.
Yeah.
So you're good at one or the other. So half of the world is gonna dig the math.
That's a big demo.
Yeah, it's a big demographic.
Right, right.
Meanwhile, I do jokes with math in them and see how they work in the different parts of the.
Oh, here's the thing. I'm horrific at math.
Yeah.
I cheated my entire way through school, all the way up in college. I never took a math test. I always had someone else take it for me, or I copied it. I can't even do long division. So if you want to try out something and see if it resonates with me.
Yes, I am also available for tutoring.
Okay, I've actually kind of given up. I'm like, that ship has sailed.
Okay, you want me to do a math joke?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm obsessed with math. I dated a girl for 2 years just because her birthday is March 14th.
Okay, I got
314 Pi Day, right?
Yeah,
That's a math man's fetish, right? I saw that date. I went from parallel to perpendicular, if you know what I mean. I went from 0 to 90 real quick. And she didn't even like math either. She loved pot as much as I love math. Then I found out she was dating me because my birthday's 420. So it all came back around full circle. Get it circled because circumference equals pi times the D I gave her. Thank you so much. That's the math.
He worked a lot of concepts in there.
You got it. See, you got it. You got it all.
Yeah, and I hate math, but I know pi. I know what a right angle. I know all that. I know what perpendicular and so you know what? You can even say, hey, I tried it on someone who knows nothing about math, and even they liked it.
I'm going to save this clip and show it to every industry.
Please. I loved it. That was hilarious.
Thank you.